Aloha, my name is Matt Elam, and I tell you, I've got the beautiful Pacific Ocean behind me in Waikiki. I've had an opportunity to do some cool things in my life. Getting my doctorate in physiotherapy was pretty cool, playing collegiate and then getting drafted into the Canadian Football League to play professional football. That was cool, but probably the most special, definitely the most special thing that I've ever done, the most wonderful thing I've ever done in my life is to have my two beautiful kids and to be a dad. And I know that you dads feel very much the same. The dad bod as it is now is you got these breasts, this breast tissue for chest, skinny arms, skinny legs, weak body, muffin top sides, and a big belly. Now, some in society, so on social media and those circles are trying to get you to buy into it. That girls like that, it's attractive, and it's the in thing now. These leading men have this kind of body. I'm here to tell you that it's absolute bullshit. And more importantly, the research is very clear that having a body like that, not being healthy, being unconditioned like that, or deconditioned, is poor, is very bad for your health. Having a gut like that, being overweight, has been linked to prediabetes, type 2 diabetes mellitus, heart conditions such as atherosclerosis, cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, and stroke, just to name a few. So it's not a healthy thing. The real dad bod is a body that's lean, is a body that's endurable. It's a mind that's focused. It's a sex life where erections stay hard until the job is done. It's just a life of purpose because you have these children, you have this responsibility as a dad, and so you need to be strong. You need to be the Superman. You need to have the real dad bod. And so this is what the real dad lifestyle is for. And I've coined the terms 5 areas of power. The 5 areas of power for the real dad bod are: number 1, energy. Got to have unbridled energy. 2 is mobility capabilities. You got to be able to move well. 3 is cognitive performance. No more mental fogginess. You need to be on your game. 4 is libido. It's sexual health. This is important for most of us dads. We still have that desire to please our partners. And the 5th area of power is physique development. How much muscle mass do I have? How much functional strength do I have? How much strength do I have in my multi-body joints? How much do I have in isolation? And then how much body fat do I have and how can I decrease it? What's interesting to note is that these 5 areas of power are all linked together by a molecule. The molecule that glues all these things together and makes you thrive with this real dad bod is testosterone. And so there's gimmicky things about testosterone. Take this pill or go and take this libido enhancer. Those are all ploys to make money, and they don't get to the root of the problem. What they do is just put a Band-Aid on it, and that's not what Real Dad Bod Lifestyle Project's about. It's about me looking at the science and then saying, where can the science be applied to improve natural testosterone? And not a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are turning to TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. It's not the same thing as increasing your natural total testosterone. I'll get into that deeper probably in my writing because I'm a better writer than I am videographer as I'm holding this thing, my shoulders burning, right? Everyone's like, get a selfie stick, man, do it right. But we got to start. You got to start somewhere. And I have a passion for helping dads because I am a dad. So we use these 5 areas of power, and no more fluff. Let's just get into it. There's a study. It's an observational study of almost just about 5,600 middle-aged men. And they found that there's a direct correlation and an inverse relationship between those that had an increase in fat body mass and lower lean body mass and decreases in testosterone. So if you had high body fat, basically, then it was linked in this population, in this observational study, to low testosterone. So right then and there, we know that, hey, if we can decrease our body fat through training and lifestyle changes, the evidence is behind this that your natural testosterone will increase. You don't have to worry about putting synthetic drugs, like synthetic steroids like TRT, into your system and worrying about the long-term benefits of it. That's why natural is always the best way to go if you can do it, if you don't have hypogonadism and other conditions where you just are not going to make enough testosterone. The Real Dad Bod project and going after and balancing these 5 areas of power is really for those dads that you felt great and virile in your 20s. Late 20s still going strong. 30s starting to slow down a little bit, but still able to keep up with everything. And then in your 40s, now you're starting to really feel the effects and libido, soft erections, low energy, mental fog, your body. Some of the things you did to keep trim before, and this is myself included, they just don't work like they used to. And I really think that that if any 2 out of these 5 areas of power are problems and they're underdeveloped, right? They're not at optimal levels, then it's a sign of that molecule, that testosterone, not being where it should be. And so think of me as the curator, right? Like I'm taking the sciences, which are not always applicable, and then we're trying to apply that in a way that is going to give you a better physique, better mental clarity, better movement system, and just unbridled energy. Because that's what it comes down to. The Real Dad Bod is about living the real life. And so, we're off. This is my first vlog. We're off to a good start. I've shared an observational study with you. We're building the case for why we're going to try to manipulate testosterone naturally and how to best to apply it. So think of it this way. Don't try to make any rash changes right now as we go on this journey. You didn't get your traditional flabby dad bod in a day. It took months, sometimes years. The stresses of life, the challenges of being a dad, the burdens kind of got to us. But now it's our time. It's our time, because by building the Real Dad Bod, you're going to be the dad and the spouse that they're looking for you to be. That's Superman, or whatever you pick your superhero that you like. So we'll look at the research, and we'll take our time with it. You don't go into a house that's $1.5 million if you don't have the money, first of all, or the resources, or you haven't scoped out the location. You haven't looked at what you might be able to refinance. So in that neighborhood, what are other houses going for? If you decide to sell it, will you make more, or will you lose money in 10 years? And so it takes time to research. And so I would say, as we move along here in the Real Dad Lifestyle Project, let me present the evidence. So understand what we're getting into. Make decisions on what the research says about certain types of nutrition and how we're going to push forward towards balancing those 5 areas of power. What does the research say about strength training? How are you going to set yours up? And I will give you tips and recommendations. It's not a slow process. It's just a well thought out, mapped process. I got my Real Dad coffee here, because most dads, we drink coffee, and if you don't, it's all good. Let's get that Real Dad body, man. Let's start. We've already started. We've taken the first step. I'll see you on the second step. Aloha.